afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Sunshine in the Kitchen. I got some very tasty things on the menu today. I'm actually shooting 2 videos right now because I'm making 1 plate for myself for lunch. I'm making filet mignon. Sorry, I felt like my voice was going out. I'm making filet mignon and some lemon crusted potatoes. Such a great lunch. I'm just so excited to get it done so I can eat it. But I do want to show you guys how to make the steak and how to make the potatoes. But I didn't want it to be one super long video. So I am going to do half of the video, or 1 video just for the steak and 1 video just for the potatoes. Alrighty, I'm excited. I hope you are too. And let's get to it. So as you can see, we got tons of great fresh ingredients for our potato recipe. What you're going to be needing is 1 to 2 pounds, depending on how much you're going to be eating, of some mini fingerling potatoes. They're like this. They're like small Yukon Gold potatoes. You're also going to be needing a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, plus extra for the dressing, but I'll get to that later. Some kosher salt and pepper, 3 lemons, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley, and 1 tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves, and which we're also going to finely chop up and add it into our dressing. And that's it for our potatoes. These are some other ingredients that I'm going to be using for my steak and for the drink. That it's going to be a little bonus at the end. I'm going to show you my drink recipe. But for now, these are all the ingredients you will be needing. Okay, let's get to it. So before I start cooking my steak and prepping it and everything, I'm going to want to get my potatoes in the water. They do take a while to boil, plus we're going to need to fry them. So this is the first thing you're going to be putting on the stove. I already have water in here. You're going to be needing cold water about 2 inches above your potatoes, because when you boil the potatoes, the water will tend to shrink down, so you want enough water to cover them. You're going to put this on a high heat until they are tender, and then you can poke all the way through them to the center with a fork.
When zesting your lemon, you want to make sure that you don't grate any of the white pit from the lemon. That part can be really bitter, but if you grate only the yellow part, it has a really nice lemon taste. So avoid the white pit and just grate the yellow. When I make this lemon dressing, I like to use 4 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, plus more if I feel like it's needed, but I also really like the taste of lemon. You can start off by adding 2 or 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and if you feel like you would like more, then you could always add more.
Okay, so now I need my 2 tablespoons of parsley. There's 1. That's about 1 tablespoon, so I'm just going to add that in. We're going to add some pepper. And this is a really good lemon vinaigrette that's not only good for potatoes, you can add this on top of tons of stuff. Chicken, salad. It's just a really good lemon vinaigrette. Okay, so I'm going to remove this out of the mixture. I'm just going to give this a mix. This looks so good and it smells so fresh and lemony. And if you know me, I am obsessed with lemon. I need a lemon tree. I really do. I think I'm keeping the lemon guys in business because of how much I buy lemons. I just need my own lemon tree. Okay, so that's done. Now let's wait for the potatoes to be done. Okay, so I took my potatoes out of the water. I let them cool completely in a strainer. I then put them in the fridge because they were still really hot and I need them to be able to be cool enough so that I can place them in my hand and not burn me. So I put them in the fridge for about 5 minutes and now they're a lot easier to work with. So now we're going to be making these potatoes into little discs. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to put your potato on a flat surface and with the palm of your hand, you're just going to smash them. It's okay if they fall apart a little bit. It's totally fine. And now, well, I guess it looks like a little Pac-Man, but it's a flat disc opposed to this round potato. So we're just going to do that to the rest of our potatoes. Can set that aside. Just gonna get them. And make them one flat disc. We're gonna get the potatoes and we're gonna put them in some hot olive oil with garlic and we're gonna make the skin of the potatoes really nice and crisp so they have a little bit of a crunch when you bite into it. But the center of the potato is still gonna be very creamy. Then we're gonna add our lemon vinaigrette to them and so now I'm just going to add some olive oil to my hot pan. I have my pan at about medium-high heat. And you want a generous amount of olive oil so that we can fry the potatoes in here. You don't want them to swim in the oil, but you want enough to generously coat the whole pan. Now I'm going to add some garlic to the oil. And it's going to just infuse the oil so it's a nice garlic taste. Move this around. And now I'm going to add my potatoes. So let's see. If your pan's not big enough to fit all the potatoes, you can do this in batches. Okay, so at this time I'm just going to add some salt. They've been cooking for about 3 minutes. Let's see if they're ready to flip. I do like the brownness of this one, but I do want them to get a little bit more crispier than that. So I'm just going to let the rest of these stay for about 3 more minutes. Look how gorgeous these look. They're nice and they're crispy right on the edges, but on the inside they are still super creamy. I had removed my garlic because it was starting to get really dark brown and I didn't want it to burn. So now it's just the potatoes. I have my other half of potatoes ready to be fried. There was not enough room in this pan. I'm going to add just a bit more salt to the side. So here are what the potatoes look like before I put the vinaigrette all over them. I'm actually not going to add the vinaigrette to all of my potatoes, only because my family hasn't come home from work yet and it might be a couple of hours. So I don't want them to get soggy. I'm going to allow them to put the dressing on the potatoes themselves once they get home. But this is what they look like after they get out of the pan. As you can see, they're crispy on the outside, but I promise they are so, so creamy on the inside. They look good just like this, but I know once you add the lemon vinaigrette, it'll be that much better. So this is what my steak and potatoes look like before I put the dressing on. I'm going to pour just a little bit of the vinaigrette all over my potatoes. It's going to absorb them and make them nice and lemony. Doesn't that look like you can buy this at a restaurant? But nope, save the money, make it by yourself in your kitchen, and impress anyone who eats it. everything about this plate just screams restaurant. So I'm not going to talk much about it, mainly because I just can't wait to eat it. So let's see for the taste test. First, I'm going to do the potatoes. I'm going to rub it around that lemon vinaigrette. You guys have to make this. Seriously, you have to. Those are so good. The Yukon Gold tastes so buttery and flaky on the inside. The outside is nice and crispy. It tastes like salty and lemony, and the herbs are just so fresh. This is just so good. And what I'm going to be drinking on is, I have some cucumber slices, some lemon slices, chopped up strawberries, some blackberries, and a couple raspberries. And I like to have cups like this. No, I do not drink any alcohol, but I like to pretend to be a little bit fancy, like I'm in some five-star restaurant. I've just always been like that since I've been a little girl. But I put virgin drinks in here, like smoothies or flavored water or other little special drinks that I've created on my own. So I'm just going to set this down, and I'm just going to open some Pellegrino and pour in some sparkling water to my drink. Almost forgot. And I'm also going to add some mint. I put some mint already. I'm just going to mix that into the whole drink. So it makes it a little bit minty. Then I'm going to add a little bit more mint to the top for garnish. And that's what I'm going to be drinking on today. There's a couple ice cubes in there, so it keeps it nice and cold. Perfect. It tastes so good. And then with this potatoes that I have here, I'm just going to rub it around the lemon sauce again. Oh my goodness. This is a 5-star meal, guys. You have to try this. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Have some virgin drinks with some filet mignon and lemon potatoes. And check out my last video, or it might be 2 videos ago, for some 5-star dessert ideas. As always, it's been a pleasure showing you guys some of my ideas and recipes. Until next time, God bless, from my kitchen to yours. Cheers!